Good evening, guys. This is the finals of the league stage of BLITZ Showdown, and the match is between Chumbak. It means Magnet versus Fear the Duck. And in the caster's deck, I'm your caster Shinji. Along with me, I have my friend Jeff here. So, Jeff, how are you, buddy?
Hello, everyone. Shinji, I'm doing perfect, not even perfectly. But today's match will be the deciding match of the champion here, because the team with the most points will be the one achieving the victory here, will be taking the prize alongside them. But this is the Blitz showdown here. Anything can happen up. Any team can come up with the victorious, any team can go on with the defeat here. But today's match, the Chumbag, Magnet. Will they be able to attract the victory towards them, or will we see fear the Ducks coming in and sweeping the victory like they are taking up the bread there? But what do you think about those, Shinji?
I'm pretty confused right now because, like, both the teams, looking at the names, it feels like both are really good, but let's see which team is going to take the victory because we never know which team has the potential to take the victory, which team is going to do the comeback even after losing in the early match. So, let's see what it's going to be, who's going to be the winner this time.
That's true, that's true. But no, it's not even about the early games, coming in. It's about how they strategize their picks, how they strategize their gameplay, their decision making. There's jungler that EX, especially with the EXP meta coming in, if your EXP fall weeks, you guys are gonna lose a heavy amount there because having a bad EXP will indefinitely take you down towards the defeat there. But at the same time, a jungler and an MM can change the game. But if enemies have a good EXP, he can shut down as well. But without further ado, we'll be jumping in towards the draft here.
Yes, absolutely. As you said, Jeff, a good EXP is the backbone of the team. If a EXP is good, then he can just take on three peoples there of the enemy side, and it's easy for a jungler to get the objectives, the neutral objectives and all. But looking here in the draft, the first pick, the first pick is onto the side of Team Chumbak. Let's see what they gonna ban this time. What do you think,
Ooh.
Jeff? Here, okay, it's gonna be a one-one, Jeff.
I don't need to take any guesses. A 1-1 was a direct ban coming in. I don't think so. Team Chumbak like a 1-1 here, but look at that. The fear the drugs goes in. Direct ban coming in towards the Yi Shin here. The Mountain Shaker will not be given this time, but at the same time, we will see Chumbak going in for another ban. What do you think? A Lapu ban, a Uranus ban, or maybe a Mage ban coming in? What do you think about it, Shinji?
It might be a lens, I guess, or else it might be something like what do you say? It might be Yuzhong, or else the anti-heal monster, our Bashia. What do you think? Like it's gonna be Bashia, I guess, or else a lens. But okay, here's the pick of Queen Kalia with the tsunami slam.
That's true, but the way you pointed out about Baksha here, I mean, like as far as I've seen, a Baksha is not much popular in the Blitz Showdown here, but a Kaya, a 1-1, a Yishin Shin, a Lancelot, and sometimes a Phoveus comes in the ban list, which is not quite as surprising as those heroes are in the meta. But look at that, Fear the Zuck will be banning off one of the Chumbak's really iconic pick coming in, a Lancelot. I mean, like a Lucas will
Lucas.
be banned off, so the Unleash the Beast will not be coming in this time. A really good snowball will not be coming in towards the Lucas here, but Glue will be banned off as well. So no more sticking towards the enemy here, no more going for that split, as it's going to be a really annoying hero to be facing off, especially a Glue. A glue can just be in the front line, can take up damage, can make the enemies front line disrupt. The back lines can be hunted down by him as well. So it's a really valid pick. But look at that, Fear the Duck will be completing its first phase of the draft, first phase of the banning draft here with a Grog, the Stone Edge, the revamped Grog being one of the most notorious, one of the most really engagement hero here, especially with that all coming in. So yeah, the wild charge will definitely help him out.
Yeah, absolutely. If after we revamped Grok, this guy really became a menace. If you go with the damage build, it gives you a good amount of damage, and if you go with the defense build, it gives you damage too. Because Grok, if he uses his second skill with his ult, it's really amazing. You can even combine this hero with any CC heroes like Akai, or else Yushin and all. They all are good with him. But looking here, Chumba going with the Kimi and the first pick. What do you think? Which lane this Kimi, is gonna play? Goal lane or the mid lane?
Kimi is definitely a mid lane pick coming in, but before further ado, guys, I would like to inform you guys that the first game was won by Daruma Esports here. Since like the match between Daruma Esports and East Blue, Daruma won due to Team East Blue not coming in the correct time here, but we'll be ignoring that part since Daruma they got their fair share of the win here, but Fear the Dog will be directly locking in towards a Suyu. Suyu coming in against the Kimi. I mean, like after the nerf, Suyu does not enhance his magical defense here, so kind of a map pick coming in. But look at that, the Xavier coming in. I don't know why the Xavier though.
Okay, like the match between Chumbak and the Fear the team. Chumbak won the first match, and it's the second round between these two teams. So let's see. Chumbak is gonna do the clean sweep, just getting the one match, or Fear the Duck is gonna do the comeback this time. Let's see. Okay, Franco and Granger getting picked. Like, what do you think about this Franco pick?
Franco, he can definitely lock down a single opponent and give them no chance to take a breather there. But Fear the Duck will be locking in towards the Black Dragon here. The Yuzong will be picked off. The backline earns a really strong front line at the same time. A huge damage coming in from him. So I kind of like the picks coming in from Fear the Duck, except for the Xavier though. The Xavier, kind of bad in my opinion. Could have gone for a different mage, but we'll be seeing
Uh, you
Chumbak's.
know, looking at the pick, from the side of Team Chumbak, the Kimi first pick, Team Fearduck might have gone for the Farsa pick because Farsa is a kind of a mage who can provide you the zoning and all with her feather airstrike, and even the burst potential is there onto her, so she can just burst out at Kimi in seconds if she can just use her feather strike properly. But looking onto the ban list of Fearduck, they are going for the fanny ban. I guess they don't want any, flying girl in the map who'll just come and get the buffs of Suyu and irritate him.
That's true, that's true. But Fanny in this current meta, kind of not my kind of not my type of the pick coming in. Since Fanny's nerf makes her really, really weak, especially with the energy control. Not even pros are able to handle her energy loss anymore here. But Chumbak, I can see a definite pick coming into as a Lancelot here since they have banned Kufra. I don't know if Fear the Duck have caught up to this pick coming in, but I have. I have. I got that in game sense. Oh, Fear the Dog. They have caught up
Okay,
to the ban
I
coming
guess
in.
they are just watching the live stream and they're like, okay, Jeff told us to ban Lancelot, we have to do it.
They are definitely listening to me. I'm coaching Fear the Dog this time. Fear the Dog, listen to my calls, man. You guys can ban up whatever you guys like. Have faith in me. That's it.
Okay,
But
okay, okay,
Tumbak,
Jeff, take a guess. Okay, what Chumba gonna ban? The last ban. Okay,
I don't need to
it's
guess. They are the quick banners coming in. The implosion will be banned off as Fear the Dog will be going in for their fair share of the pick here. Their is missing. Their roamer is missing. The
so,
roamer, in my opinion. Yeah, go on,
like
Shinji.
Fear the Duck, they can go with the Airtel this time because even the Kimi and the Granger, they both gets countered by the Airtel. And if you have a good Airtel player onto you, you can just grab the match on, and you even have the YZ onto your side, the Yu Zhong, the Black Dragon here. And yeah, as I said, Airtel, it's the best counter for these two heroes here.
Definitely, especially with the frontlining Yuzong coming in. A Yuzong will not like the back line. I mean, like Chumbak, they have a Franco. They can't do much. A Franco will not be. How much percentage do you even think that a Franco will have a perfect hook on towards the Irithel here? None, right? It's gonna be like 1 in 7 hooks coming in that he will be able to catch Irithel. Especially if the Irithel goes in for the Purify or the Sprint here, she will be really fast and not be able to catch her except for the flicker. Although if it's a flicker all, then that's a different thing. But Nonetheless, Fear the Dog, they can go for a really good tank who will be babysitting the Irithel here if that scenario ever happens here, a flicker all coming in. So yeah, it's kind of a bad pick coming in towards the side of Team Chumbak here, and Fear the Dog, they have gotten a plus point towards the side. But look at that, the Chew coming in, the
Okay.
Daddy Fredrin coming in, so the appraisal rat is gonna be there. The frontliners are gonna be there now. A really strong pick coming in, but let's see what Fear the Ducks are going to be picking off as the roamer.
If you ask me, this time Fear they need roams like Akai. Akai can be a really good front line. He can even pin out the enemy near the wall, and you can even go for Bashia because Bashia is kind of counter for heroes like Fredrin and all. And yeah, Bashia is a really good roamer
Mhm.
who can just help your jungler farm as fast as possible with his second skill.
Kind of not what I would recommend as a Bakshia because they have a strong frontliner, so they won't be able to do much. And a good tank, yep, a Badang coming in, so there will be a barricade coming in. A good set, if it's a good set, then a combo from the Xavier and the Yuzong is going to be a GG for the side of Team Chumbak here. But we'll be seeing the draft being completed. Team Chumbak's, the only flaw I see is a Franco coming in. I mean, like, a Franco is good to catch Irithel here, but in my opinion, a Hylos is much better to catch the Irithel rather than a Franco here. Because a Franco, he will heavily rely towards that flicker all coming in, while a Hylos, he can use his Glorious Path to slow down Irithel, and team's follow up will be able to finish her off. But Team Chumbak, you have the frontliners coming in like Chu and Fredin, except for the Chu. If he goes for the damage bill, I can't say much here. But Fear the Duck, they have the CC, they have the frontliners, they have the backline hunters, they have the late game carry as well. The Irithel coming in, so Team Fear the Duck, they have gotten the plus point.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the draft, Dragon is there for the backline and even Irtil from the backline, and Badang is there to do the setup. And we can't forget the Suyu. If you have Suyu onto your side, then you don't have to worry about the turtle, the neutral objectives, because securing the neutral objectives with Suyu's skills and the rhetoric combo is really very easy. So yeah, let's see what it's gonna be. But look at there, Fredrin is there for that Suyu as well, because Fredrin, if you know how to play Fredrin, you can just sustain between 4 or 5 people there, and you'll just use your ult, and yeah, the squishy ones will be dead there.
That's true. That's true. But
They
look at
might be a
that, a really
passing
good.
game, I guess.
No, no, I don't think so. But look at that, the bot lane rotation coming in already. So team
How
Fear the
invisible.
Duck, their rotation is really good. They don't want the enemy's jungler to have the level 4 really early on, but nonetheless, we can see the really bad farming rotation coming in from Fredden here since he did not clear his side of the green creep coming in, for the red buff. So he will definitely not reach level 4. But
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, oh my god. I just thought, Kimi will be taken down, but she just survived with her skills and the flicker there. Okay, Xavier got hooked, but he managed to survive with that flicker. Okay! Franco will be taken down there by the Tsuyu. False blood from the side of Team Fear the Duck.
okay, okay, we might see really good fights coming in as Team Chumbak. I think they have taken this game as their first. I don't know. They did got informed, but look at that. The Yuzong goes in. A Yuzong definitely loses against the Chu if they go for damage. But if they go for defense, then yes, the
Look
Yuzong
at that
definitely
in the
wins.
bottom lane. Dragon will be taken down by Bruce Lee there in the bottom lane.
The salamander. Oh, look at that. The Kimbap. He is going for the lethal ignition, so that's a damage bill coming in. But look at that. A level 4 definitely went in, but I don't think so about the level 5 here since Suyu, he is a really quick farmer than the Fredrin.
Irzel having a really bad situation there. Okay, look at that. Irzel has been taken down by the Granger. Granger surviving with the slaver amount of HP in the top lane. And right now, both the teams waiting near the turtle to start the turtle right here. But Team Fear the, I guess they might have the upper hand here because the hyper of Team Fear the Duck is gonna get level 6, I guess, there after getting that crit there. He's gonna get the upper hand. Okay, look at that. Bradley has been taken down there. Badang will be taken down as well. 1-for-1 redemption there. Okay, Madara will be taken down by that dragon there. But dragon this time he will be taken down by Chao. And Chao will be shut it down there by that Xavier. And okay, turtle has been secured by that Suyu. That one for one trade which is going on was really amazing there. Okay, you got our friend, we'll get you again.
Definitely, the fight's coming in.
Okay,
Those were oh, look at that, the iron who connect.
okay, there was something amazing kind of hook from that Frank. Okay, look at the Chow. Chow with the KD of 410. He is just amazing right now. He's getting the kills with that damage build. Oh, look at him, look at him. Damn, bro.
That Chu is showing the power of Braxy. He is going in, sweeping the kills with his damage bill, and just running out. I mean, like, he is farming peacefully, but at the same time, we can see a really good comeback coming in from Team Chumbak here
Hey,
since
look
the
at
early
that. I get
game.
okay. Wait, dragon has been used, and look at the dragon. He might survive. Okay, he will not be able to survive there because Chow will be taking him down there.
The way of the dragon comes in, gets the dragon itself, and that's a GG coming in from the Chu here as he secures the kill. But look at that, Xavier dropping really low, will not be able to ascend the top lane fight anymore.
Okay, Xavier. Right now, Team Fear the Dug, they just have to focus on funneling their right now. Because if once Irithel gets strong, they can get the match onto their hands right now. Because the only damage dealer are, Xavier and Irithel there from the side of Team Fear the Dug.
Team Fear the, I mean, like, yeah, that's true that they do need the Irithel to be found. But look at that, the
But
soul of
Dragon again by the
dragon.
toe. Okay, 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 look at that, look at that. Damn, Suyu has been taken down there.
Okay, so you has been taken down. As we can see, Yuzong goes in for the fight, but not being able to do much. The turtle spawns in, might see a clash coming in. Ooh, Grey has been taken down by Nishan on the top lane. A 2-on-1 fight coming in. The Irithel gets the first kill as the turtle fight goes in, but no jungler to be found anywhere. Tezu will be securing the turtle pretty much easily, uncontested turtle. But the iron hook still connects towards the Xavier. Not having the flicker will be taking him down, but the flicker still being popped up. A flicker wasted, a kill going as well. Okay, we can see
Yeah,
Franco still going for the set. Yeah,
right
Shinji, go on.
now, Chumbak is getting a really good lead from their side because of their EXP lane. As you said, if the EXP lane is good, then yeah, you can get the upper hand in the match. But look at that damage coming from that Irithel is really amazing.
Oh,
But
did I see Balang use his flicker? No.
yeah,
That was
okay, okay, look at there. In the off screen, on the bottom lane, Chao has been taking down that dragon again and again. Damn, that Chao, he is really amazing right now.
I mean, like, the Chu definitely got the early snowball as well. The 710 KDA. It's already impressive, like madly impressive here, as none of the teams have that enough kills, not the assists coming in. So Chu, he is basically taking upon all the kills on his hand, as we can see a top lane fight coming in. Okay, we can see Nishan being caught out here as he will be taken down by Stoner here. The Stoner getting in the killing spree as the battle goes on. Kimbap going in from the back line here. Might use the flicker all here, but no, the way of the dragon being used up towards the Xavier will be taking him down. Unstoppable coming in on Kimbap here as the black dragon form being used up, but will not be able to do much as Yuzong will be forced to back off. The too much damage coming, but look at that, the engage still goes on. The third skill, the petrify combo coming in, but will be caught really bad as he has no more skills to be going in. Salamander will be taken out by Grey as Badang still goes in, trying to get a little fight. Nishan will be taken down once again. Irithel surviving in the middle of each here as they go in, and the Stoner will be taking down the double kill coming in towards inside. The concentrated energy goes in as the battle goes in. Granger still going in, trying to get up the kill, but will not be able to do much. Not having the Piercer stack will not give him the proper damage lead here. What do you think about the fight, Shinji? Okay, we can still see a fight going in as Suyu will be taking down a monster kill coming in from the Kimbap here. Kimbap not needing to do much as he already has the damage. The damage, I mean, like the defense reduction as well coming in from his passive will give him a huge boost as they go in. The fight still conducts here. The turtle will be going in on towards the hands of Team Chumbak here. The Team Chumbak are attracting the victory towards them now. The North Pole, the South Pole will be on their hands. What do you think about the fights going in, Shinji? Okay, as the battle.
Like the fights are really amazing right now. Because look at the Chow everywhere. He's just going and doing 1v1 and he's getting the kills, securing the kills, and that's the reason his team is getting the upper hand there. But Chow, okay, he managed to survive with his labor amount of HP there, but Dragon will be trapped there, suppression onto him, and he will be taken down there by Grey.
Okay, we can see the dragon being suppressed down, not even suppressed, the shutdown coming in from him, the iron hook being used up to get none of the advantages here as the battle still goes on. The XD emote being used up, my favorite to be honest, after the review of course. But anyways, that aside, we'll be seeing the battle coming in. Nishan going in, might see a catch coming in towards the Franco, but he is just going in. The second skill being used up towards the opposite side. The iron hook misses as the Kimis all being used up. Nishan will be caught there, will be using the fist break to send back, but look at that, the damage coming
Hey,
in
look at
towards
that!
the
Did you
here.
saw the damage
Almost
by that
sent down.
Kimi?
Yes, definitely as the button goes in for the engage here. Still having his flicker, so he is quite brave, but not so brave. A single suppression from the Franco will be enough, but him not having his all is a good thing.
I'm really surprised to see, even with the perfect draft, Team Feared, they are getting chopped by Chumbak. It's just
Okay,
like,
the
okay,
iron
look
hook
at
connects.
that.
The Badam goes in, will be taking him down. The Nishan will be taking
Yeah.
down the build, going in for the killing spree here. As the battle still rages on. No, we cannot see any battle raging on. As look at the Suyu. Just notice the Suyu how he is setting himself there for the turtle. I mean the Lord here. But his team being taken down towards the mid lane. The monster kill coming in on towards the Kimi. The double kill. The Black Dragon will be taken down. The Suyu still being stubborn. They're not leaving that place. Uh, to leave that place, that the battle is
Okay,
still
right now, I
not
guess,
being concluded.
Suyu is just planning for the Lord, so that if enemy goes for the Lord, he'll just come in and take the Lord in time, but he have to recall, because Parang is the only survivor there, and we have to help Balang out.
I mean, like, that's not how you go for it. You either take the Lord solo or
Look
you
at that Iron Hook
wait a
again!
little. But look at that, the Iron Hook still connects. The Godlike coming in from the Kimi here. The Stoner be taking down another mage. I mean, like, the Xavier being taken down once again. Kimi dropping really low. Might be taken down, but no, the Salamander will be the one being taken down. The game coming in on towards the hand of Team Chumbak here with a clean wipe out. The way of the dragon will be going in, but the double kill will be secured by Grey here. The second game
Okay.
goes towards the hand of Team Chumbak here. The Chumbak showing that how they can attract the victory once again will be a clean sweep coming in. How do you think
Yeah,
Shinji the game affected?
yes. Yeah, what is it?
I was saying that how did the team fights engage there? How did Team Fear the Dog manage to lose?
You know, Fear the Duck, even though they had the perfect draft, but Chow, the rotation from the EXP lane of the side of Team Chumbak, it was really amazing. The way he rotated and the way he handled his own lane, and the support by the Franco for his goal laner was really amazing. That's the reason Team Fear the Duck lost the match, because, if the Fear the Duck would have just focused on helping their farm, and they would have funneled him, then yeah, the result might have been changed here. But
Oh,
as I always say, the perfect draft will just help you win this 40% of the match, but the comfort pick will help you win the match there, because the comfort pick is always better than the meta picks.
That's true. That's true. I mean, like, I have been seeing Kimbap spam Chew in this whole tournament, but the damage Chew being used up in the tournament, that's something new. I mean, like, this is the Nepal tournament. Anything can happen in a different region here, but it's not about the comforts as well. It's about how much have you mastered your hero pool. But without wasting your guys' time, you guys just back up a little bit, go grab your popcorn boxes, fill it up, get some drinks or get your dinner here. We'll be back in just a little time with a few breaks here, guys. Don't go anywhere though, just wait there. Good evening, guys. This is the final game of BLITZ Showdown League matches of finals coming in the casters decks. It's your homeboy Jeff coming in. Alongside me, we have a guest caster Zevo coming in to help us. So Zevo, what do you think about this matchup coming in? I mean, like you are definitely new here, so you don't know. But how are you feeling right now?
Oh, definitely feeling excited, having to get to know new teams that I am not familiar about. It definitely
Mhm.
a huge honor to get called up in this Blitz showdown, and I've heard this is the final day of today, so
It is the
definitely
finals.
excited to what the teams are gonna be bringing us onto the table. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't you introduce us to the teams?
Okay, so in the blue side, left hand side, we have none other than Rebel in Disguise, RID, and on the red side, the right side, we have the final arc coming in. I mean, these two teams, they have given us some really unexpected turns coming in. I mean, like I have seen Joy Mid coming in, Roger Gold coming in, and some really
Oh my
unusual picks
goodness.
coming in. So like the picks are really anonymous. The playing style is also really different. I mean, like usually we go from red buff to the green buff to the purple buff, but they go from red buff towards the enemy's creep directly. Not even like the red buff creep, they will be going towards the other side, the crab. So it's really filled with unexpected turns coming in this tournament. So Zevo, you are in for a really big surprise.
Oh, definitely. Okay. It already sounds a lot surprising. I mean, Roger Gold and a Joymate that has been extinct for quite a long time.
Yes,
So
yeah.
they are bringing back those old myths all together. And definitely, you mentioning about the rotations as well. It is definitely getting me more and more excited. But I'm liking all of the bands that is coming in from both the teams. The Yishin Shin definitely out here, but the sun is
Oh.
a bit of a surprise for me, at least, because you don't get to see a sun in the ban unless it is a targeted ban altogether. But I guess they have
Exactly.
a plan in their mind.
I mean, final arc, as far as I've been here, I have not seen a soon coming in on their site, but RID, I guess they have done their homework. Final arc must be training soon in the shadows, but look at that. I told you, right? Team final arc, they know that Roger goal is incoming, so a goal target ban coming in, but RID, they went for my favorite EXP, man. Lapu still being in the ban list as well as for the 4 years. But the Monkey King, the Sun Wukong coming in, still really odd. In my opinion, I can't digest it, that Sun will be banned in tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have a phobia of Soon, I don't think you would want to ban that monkey out because he can be countered quite easily. So all
Mhm.
together, maybe they're just really, yeah, they just really don't want to deal with the sun and his slows and his pushes altogether. But oh,
Mhm, that's
look
true.
at the picks though. First pick Florin, and to answer that, they pick up a ruby and a kufra, ruby in the XP or maybe in the gold, because those two are still a good viable option. But I don't know, kufra is a bit too early since there is not yet any assassins altogether, but I guess they are predetermining that there might be a landslot since the Yishin is banned out. So still though, kufra is a conditional pick, and it's just a bit too early right now.
Mhm. I guess Team Final Arc, they have went in for the Ruby and Kufla straight up to make Team RID think that the ruby might be in towards the exp, but if things go wrong or things go right for them, they might swap up for the ruby gold here. So ruby is still a mystery on which lane she will be going in for. But look at RIG going straight in for the Aurora as well as for the Uranus here. I mean, a Uranus is a really good pick, but right now you guys need stuns. Aurora, she does a huge ton of stun, but you need a strong frontliner. You guys had open Yuzong here. Yuzong must be, I mean, like, will be a really perfect pick here, but Uranus, in my opinion, the only thing he can do is take up damage and deal a little ton of damage here. So it's kind of a bad thing, in my opinion. But final art will be going in for the Lancelot here. Zevo, how are you liking the pick so far?
Oh, so definitely they are picking the hero and their counter all together. And I think that is a classic move that teams usually like to play, since you don't want to give out the counters to the hero that you're picking. You
Mhm.
just pick the counter altogether. But about the Uranus, yes, as you said, he's a good sandbag, and if played into the right hands, he can still dominate a bit onto the early game. And once he gets his itemizations all together, all he does is be sandbag and be a menace onto your opponent, which in this case I hope the Uranus does show us altogether. But Amon ban out and a Kimi ban altogether. Really interesting bans, I would say. And Amon is certainly not much of a threat to a Lancelot, but considering that there is a mage and a marksman altogether, if they do pick out that Amon, would have been a huge hazard. But just to be safe, banning out the
Mhm.
Amon does seem like a good choice. And the Kimi, you can't really forget how much damage a Kimi deals. So altogether,
That's true.
overall, the bans are looking really great. Oh, on top of that, I was as well getting denied a lot of junglers for the side of Team RID.
That's true. Team RIG are not getting the junglers. They definitely won, but Team Final Arc, they have for sure done their homework here. Banning off the really unusual meta picks and going in for the enemy's comfort is the thing you want to do when it comes to the finals. But Team Final Arc, they have completed a ban with the Hayabusa, so no Quad Shadow and Shadow Kill will be coming in. So Team RIG, they need to think about the jungler really wisely. A tanky jungler, I mean, yeah, they need to go for a tanky jungler like a Fredrin or a Akai here. So that's mm, decision making they need to do, but at the same time, a Zatian will be banned off. They picked Aurora, they banned off Kimi and Zatian. That's a good thing coming in, but the Farsa is still open. I hope they can go for a Farsa, but no final arc. They went for the Xavier. A Xavier, in my opinion, I won't recommend them on a Xavier. Could have gone for a Farsa or maybe something like a Louis for the diversion, but let's see what final arc is cooking here. But Zevo, what do you think the final two picks from RID is going to be?
Hmm. They do lack the marksman and the